Yep, this is me. I bet you're wondering how I got here. Well, I'll be happy to tell you. Long story short, I never played a Zelda game, so I decided to give it a shot. So I'm PJ and I'm gonna play a game. For this video, I played through the entire game of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I got out my Nintendo 64 and I popped my game in. Then I put it back because I'd rather play on Switch. So let's get started. So we start by putting our name in. Then after that scene I just showed you, we see Link. I thought they were going to call me Link. So we walk outside and we see this girl with green hair walking towards us. She talks to us about some Deku tree and we gotta go find it. Took me running around for 10 minutes before I figured out I needed to be equipped with a sword and shield to progress. So we get past this guy, and we finally get to this fucking tree. Getting around this place is a nightmare, by the way. You automatically jump in this game, so it had to take some special talent to fuck this up. So I get across, and I have to collect a few things before jumping onto this spider web, which took me a few tries to break. We go to this underwater area, we fight more spiders, we cross through this crevice, we do more webs, and we have... God damn it. So I beat the boss, only died once. We get back outside and we're told we have to go to Hyrule Castle. Before leaving the forest, we're stopped by Sarah. You know, the girl with green hair from before. She gave us something called an Ocarina, so we adventure out and made it to Hyrule Castle. Now what? We move these crates to crawl through another crevice. We sneak past some guards and meet Zelda. She talks about the Ocarina, so we're going to hear more of that. So we go to Kayaku Village and collect some chickens. Then we go to the ranch. We play a song. We go back to Sarah and play another song. Later, we got back to the Kayaku Village. From there, we pass this gate to go to Death Mountain. From there, we head to Gorum City and play a song for whatever this is. Then we light some torches while Link spins like this. Next, I find a bomb to blow up this entrance. Wait for it. We make it inside Dodge Cavern, so I gotta fight these lizard things. We then unlock an entrance. After that, we light more torches and unlock another entrance that leads us to a staircase. So I blew up this wall and found a secret passageway. Then we find ourselves fighting these guys again. Now that we have bombs, we drop some into the eyes of this giant skull. Then we fall down this pit, and well... Yeah, okay, so I ended up beating him. After this, we see the leader of the Gorons again. He gave me the Goron's ruby. Next, I get pelted with rocks, but that's not important. Moving on, we crawl through yet another crevice. Again, not important. So moving on to Zora's domain, we play our little flute to get inside. Next... We go inside the belly of a whale to find Princess Ruto, so I end up carrying her lazy ass through this nightmare that is this game, and then we find the spiritual stone, but then... Okay, in addition to that, we also have to fight this main boss, which I also beat. So we go to the castle and see this familiar scene of Zelda riding away on a horse. As she does so, she threw something into the river, and Ganondorf comes out to do this. Once he leaves, I go retrieve the object Zelda threw in the water, which turns out to be the Ocarina of Time. With the Ocarina, we go to the Temple of Time and play the song. When we do, the stones we collected from earlier are placed inside whatever this is. This triggers a door to open. We go inside and see the Master Sword. Link removes it and this old guy appears and ages Link up 7 years. And he gave us something called the Light Medallion. Before leaving the temple, we're stopped by this masked guy who calls himself Sheik. After we speak with him, we go outside to find all the people has been replaced by zombies. Anyway, with everything dark and gloomy now, we go to the ice cavern to find some stale boots. We now have the red shirt, so we find a secret passageway to Death Mountain Cavern. We meet up with Sheik again. We're gonna see him everywhere, by the way. Even we saw him at the ice cavern, and we see him here. So after we go into the Lost Woods to see Sheik, we end up going inside this temple. We have to fight skeletons, we have to find keys, we flip a switch to drain the well, we go inside said well to collect another key, we use one of our keys to open this door, and we jump across here to open another door. We find a bow, we fight ghosts, and hey look, another key. We actually find lots of keys in here. Now we go through this door, jump across here, and hey, did you know keys exist in this game? After this, we open a chest, and guess what it is? Okay, there's a lot I'm skipping, but it involves me getting my butt whooped by some ghosts. So let's skip ahead to the fight with Ganondorf. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Phantom Ganondorf. With the blessing of save states, I beat Ganondorf and get transported to the Temple of Time, where I find Sierra and then Sheik. Yep, him again. He only shows up to play me another tune. There he goes again. So after this, I find Ganon's castle. Now I don't know if it's in ruins or it's supposed to look like that. More on that later. I go to the fire temple and find the leader of the Gorons. He tells me all about Ganondorf and some dragon. I don't really know. Okay, so we get past this wall of fire. We have to fight this flame monster.
And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring.
Past him, then we make it to this room and find the hammer. After smashing things with our hammer,
you can't touch this. You can't touch this.
we meet this dragon. I can't pronounce its name, but
You can't touch this. You can't.
okay, after that fantastic scene, we meet up with the leader of the Gorons, and with that, we move on to our next stage of our quest, the freaking water temple. This is where we see our favorite character again, Ruto. So she talks a lot about marrying me. We have to lower the water every once in a while, I guess. And here's the fun part. We get to hunt for keys again.
You can't touch this.
So skipping ahead to the fight with our doppelganger, I was not in a good position to fight. No fairies, low on health. I tried using the hammer. I handed the game over to my friend, and this is his gameplay and my gameplay. I couldn't hit him, so after my friend beat him for me, I had to do a retry and because I wanted to be the one to beat him. So I did, and this is proof that it's me playing, because on the left, I'm player 1. So what's next? We eventually get the long shot. We begin to lower and raise the water levels again. We unlock a door by using a bow and arrow. I miss. We also find a key, but I'm done showing you footage of that. But we find a boss key though. So fast forward to the water boss. Defeat it. Then we're at the Temple of Sages again. We find Ruto here. She says that she wants to marry us, and she talks a little about Zelda 2. I don't know when we'll be seeing her. So the next scene, we find Sheik in the Lake of Hail. He thanked us for destroying the monsters. When we look back, he's gone. Link, look, he's up there. He's on the tree branch. Link, hey! By the way, we get a fire arrow from the sun, apparently. We go back to the village. We meet up with Sheik. Turns out we have to go beneath the earth to save someone named Impa. I guess he's one of the sages. I didn't know you could do this, but we put the Master Sword back, so we turned into a little Rugrat again. Good news, I get my wooden shield back. Later, we drop into the well. I looked this up because I didn't know you could clip through the wall. Keep that in mind, because I also didn't know you could clip through the floor. So before we head to the Shadow Temple, we gotta fight this ugly thing. We fought through more floors before I realized I had to use something called the Lens of Truth. This will allow us to see invisible things. So now as an adult, we go to the graveyard and light some torches in order to get into the Shadow Temple. We walk around through this maze for a bit. I collect gems to unlock a door over here. We have to find more keys. I was gonna fight this guy, but then he jumped off the ledge.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
We blow this thing up. And find another key. We kill mummies. I don't need to tell you I found another key in this room. We ride on a boat, and then we find a boss key in this room. Now we go through this path over here to go see the boss. Can I just say, I needed a hand beating this guy? Kidding, I beat him myself. So we find ourselves at the Temple of Sages again. We find Umpa. She gave us a medallion. We've been collecting medallions, by the way. So next on our journey, we jump across this bridge and make our way to Gordo's fortress. We head inside the thief's hideout and fought this guy to win a key where we freed a prisoner. He's the first of many. We free the last guy here, and with that, we have access to the desert now. We pass this gate, walk past some flags, we follow this ghost. The ghost will lead us to Desert Colossus. This leads us inside the Spirit Temple. It's here we find Sheik. Turns out we have to turn back into a kid and come back to crawl through this crevice to get to some treasure. After unlocking a few rooms in this place, we found our first key. After we crawl through another crevice and use our key, it takes us to this room where we do this, and this unlocks another door. So we finally made it to this room where we see this guy in armor. I was confused why he wasn't attacking me, so I hit him first, but I managed to beat him. So after this, we found the chest containing the silver gauntlet. This will be important later. This happens, but we'll deal with that later. Oh, but this gauntlet that we have doesn't fit a kid, so you know what that means. So after solving more puzzles, we fight another armor man, or so we thought. After fighting her, we get to the boss. Bosses. But they morphed into this one boss later. So we win. Then these two starts having this conversation. Later at the Temple of Sages, the lady thanks us for saving her and rewards us with a medallion. We go back to the Temple of Time and find Sheik here, but then So let's recap. After saving the 6 sages, Sheik revealed himself to be Zelda. Zelda was captured and we're heading to Ganondorf's castle. Remember the castle we found earlier, even though we weren't supposed to be there yet? Yeah, well, anyway, we have to come here and break all the barriers by using the arrow of light Zelda gave us. Breaking all the barriers will get us into the castle. Right now, I think we're just in the towers. So, in order to get to these barriers, we solve puzzles, and our fire arrow finally comes in handy. So, once we did all that, we had access to the castle. We go inside and fight lizard people and guys in armor again. We found the key that will let us into see Gadendorf. Okay, so we pass around the ball of light again. After this, Zelda is freed. Then me and her has 3 minutes to get the heck out of here because, everything blew up. And just when I thought it was over. I didn't have the biggest sword that you can have in this game, so it took me a while to beat him. But Gaddon finally fell to his knees, and with that... So after all that, the sages were saved, Gadendorf was banished to the evil realm, and we say goodbye to Zelda. And credits roll. Okay, so I'm going off of script here, but I have to confess, this was not a real win. I did not deserve this at all. I was just playing on Switch, so I was able to use a bunch of restore points. And I needed constant assistance and guidance. I like 90% of the game I was just following a walkthrough. I had no idea what to do because I'm not good at problem solving. The game did not point me in any direction of what I should do next. And this game was a nightmare to play. I am not a Zelda fan. I came into this not being a Zelda fan, and now I'm coming out of it. I think I hate Zelda more than ever. So there's that. If you like the video, well, if you didn't like the video, just give it a dislike. I know it's a terrible video, but on the screen you can see some of my other gaming videos if you want to watch them. So, whatever. I probably won't play Zelda again, or maybe I will try a different Zelda game. Who knows? So see you later. Bye.